Once upon a time, in a sunny green meadow dotted with dandelions, lived 3 little piglets named Pip, Poppy, and Patch Pip, with his bright blue scarf. Loved building things more than anything. Poppy, who always wore a pretty yellow bow, loved to keep everything neat and tidy. And Patch, in his cheerful red cap, was the most playful of them all. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in soft shades of orange and pink, the 3 little piglets decided it was time to build their very own cozy homes. Pip gathered a pile of sticks. "I'll build my house with these," he announced proudly. He worked quickly, crisscrossing the sticks to make walls. Poppy found a big bundle of straw. "My house will be made of soft, golden straw," she said with a happy little oink. She carefully wove the straw together until she had a snug little hut. Patch, the creative one, found a big pile of soft green moss. "My house will be as soft as a cloud." He giggled, patting the moss into a round, fuzzy home. Soon, 3 little houses stood side by side in the meadow, looking ever so sweet. As the piglets admired their work, 3 little wolf kids came trotting over the hill. There was shy Willa in her green hoodie, energetic Wren in his purple sneakers, and thoughtful Woody, who always carried a tiny backpack. They had heard stories from their grandpa about a big, bad wolf who huffed and puffed. Wren, being the most impatient, puffed out his chest. "Let's try it," he whispered. "I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll puff your house down." "Thee," called out to Pip, trying to sound big and scary. He took a deep breath and ... whoosh! A tiny puff of air barely rustled a leaf on Pip's stick house. Pip poked his head out. Was that the wind? It was a very little wind. Poppy giggled from her straw house. It sounded like a sneeze. Wren's ears drooped. Hidden meant to be mean, just ... wolf-like. Shy Willa tugged on his sleeve. "Wren, that wasn't very nice." "They look sad now." Woody nodded, adjusting his little backpack. "Grandpa's stories are just stories. Maybe we should just say hello instead." The little piglets watched, feeling a bit confused. They didn't feel scared, just a little puzzled. Poppy, always the kind one, stepped out of her straw house. "Hello," she said softly. "Hey, my name is Poppy. This is Pip and Patch. We just built our houses. Do you want to see?" Willa, the shy wolf, peeked out from behind Wren. "I'm Willa," she mumbled. "And this is Wren and Woody. We're sorry we tried to huff and puff. We just wanted to play a wolf game." Patch, wearing his red cap, wiggled his nose. "A huffing game doesn't sound very fun. It's much more fun to build. But our houses aren't very strong." As if on cue, a little breeze rustled by, and Pip's stick house wobbled. Woody, the wolf, who loved learning, had an idea. He opened his tiny backpack and pulled out a little book with pictures of strong houses. "Lo," he said, showing it to the piglets. "It's as if we use strong things like stones and work together, we can build a house that won't wobble at all." Pip's eyes lit up. "Stones! That's a great idea." Wren, who had lots of energy, started bouncing. "I can help carry the stones. I'm super strong." The piglets and the wolf kids all looked at each other and smiled. A new plan was forming, one that was much better than huffing and puffing. So, the 6 new friends decided to build something together. Not separate little houses, but one big, super strong clubhouse for everyone to share. Pip showed everyone how to stack the flat stones he found by the creek. Poppy organized the work, making sure everyone had a job. Patch and Willa, you can gather the soft moss for the floor, she directed. Patch and Willa loved this job, finding the greenest, fluffiest moss to make the floor as soft as a cloud. Wren used his energy to help Woody carry the heaviest stones, his purple sneakers zipping back and forth. They worked all afternoon, their little giggles and happy chatter filling the meadow. Finally, as the first stars began to twinkle in the sky, their clubhouse was finished. It had strong stone walls, a roof made of sturdy branches, and a floor so soft and mossy it felt like a dream. Inside, it was safe and snug. The 6 friends all sat together in a circle, admiring their amazing work. Poppy brought out some berry muffins she had saved, and they all shared, too. "This is way more fun than trying to puff houses down," said Wren, taking a big bite. Willa nodded shyly. "I have friends now," she whispered, and everyone gave her a gentle group hug. As the moon climbed higher, little yawns started to appear. First Pip, then Willa, then all the others. It had been a long, happy day full of building and making friends. They all curled up together on the mossy floor of their new clubhouse, feeling so safe and snug. The little piglets weren't afraid of the little wolves, and the little wolves had learned that being a friend is much better than trying to be big and bad. They were all just happy to be together. The gentle night breeze whispered through the trees, a lullaby for the tired little builders, too. The big lesson they all learned is that working together and being kind builds the strongest friendships of all. Now, it's time for you to get cozy in your bed, just like the piglets and wolves in their clubhouse. Close your eyes, feel as soft as a cloud, and drift off into sweet dreams. We hope you enjoyed our story. If you did, give us a like and subscribe for more dreamy adventures. Good night.